Welcome to the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. Boy, the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cobb. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So Auburn's offense will start this game off. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that this guy does, David, it just really elevates your confidence in the passing game.
Receivers don't usually lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone. And that swagger sets the tone for this offense. And Jesse, you know he's going to make plays.
And that speed scares defenses, too, because he can take the top off quick. These safeties better get back deep, or else this guy's going to take it to the house.
From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Dropping back, it's Thorne. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Makes the grab. It's Simmons. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful back. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. Takes a handoff. It's Hunter. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Looking to pass on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Coleman. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Wait just a second. There is a flag on the play. If this is on the defense, it could be a first down. Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's wrestled to the ground. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Dropping back, it's Thorne. He's got his man. Touchdown, Auburn! A great catch and run for 6. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they top it off with a little trickeration. He'll call for the fair catch here. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And this figures to be just a tremendous matchup of big play receivers, Jesse.
And because of their skills, Reese, you're going to see all types of ways and how they use them, right? They're going to throw it to them. They'll throw screens. They'll get jet sweeps. Get these guys as many touches as you can.
Well, and the good thing is, if you're a defense, you're used to it. You see this guy in practice every day. Now you're seeing another guy that's elite. Which defense can rise to the challenge and get a few stops and maybe nullify the playmaker?
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Already down a score early. The last thing you want to do on your first drive is give it right back to them, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Snagged in the middle, it's Scott. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. Up and over, Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do.
Fires the pass, intercepted.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score Auburn 7, Ohio State 6.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Great team defense on that run. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They've got him looking wide, but they're going to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Fairweather. And he breaks into the open. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Back to throw, it's Thorne. He's got it, and he won't be able to push his way in. He's stopped at the 1.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big, but you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Ballard. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down. Looking to move it through the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
One of of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He's into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Makes the catch. It's Hunter. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. After that completion, move the chains. Now first down. He's going to pass. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we can go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young, just recently, the guys that they put their hand in the dirt and they go make things happen, get after quarterbacks like you see right here.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Lewis. Stopped after making the catch. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play, clock running. Looking downfield, it's Thorne. He's looking deep. Brings it in down the left side. Can anyone catch him? And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Offense getting set for first down. He wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ibuka. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The completion short of the sticks. It's second down. He lofts one down the sideline. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Moving away from pressure. And the ball is picked off. Just a really...
Yo, can you hear?